The Lyle and Erik Menéndez story. The true crime adaptation is based on the high-profile 1989 crime.
As you may remember, the Menéndez brothers admitted to killing their parents. During their trials, they accused their father of sexual and emotional abuse, both juries being deadlocked. That evidence was deemed inadmissible at a third trial, where the brothers were convicted and then sentenced to life in prison.
Cooper Koch plays Erik Menéndez. Emmy winner Nicholas Alexander Chavez as Lyle, and Academy Award winner Javier Bardem takes on the role of their father, Jose. Take a look.
Not only am I destined for Princeton, I, Joseph Lyle Menéndez, am destined for greatness.
Wow. Lyle's excellent. A really good sweetheart.
It's really good, Lyle. Thank you.
Hold on. Are you talking to him or me? Because I wrote that. His essay was like, that's how you get into Princeton. That's an essay.
Dad, isn't that...
What, cheating? I'm going to tell you a secret. Okay? Everybody cheats in this world.
Javier, Cooper, Nicholas, good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Let me start with you. You're the executive producer on this project, and the first season of this monster anthology series was about serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, which, as you know, got a lot of attention. So now we're looking at the Menéndez brothers. Why did you decide to take this on?
Many things. First of all, because it's Ryan Murphy, which I had the chance to work with back in the year 2009 in Eat, Pray, Love, movie that we did together. So I knew how great of a person and loving guy he is, and then I didn't know about the story because he was not that popular in Spain. And once I dig in, I was like, wow, this is very heavy stuff, but very important to talk about. I mean, the idea of open a discussion about abuse on childhood, it's an important issue to deal with. Last week, as you probably know, Erik Menéndez released this statement through his wife on her social media account, saying that he was disappointed with the depiction of Lyle in particular, saying in part, Netflix's dishonest portrayal of the tragedies surrounding our crime have taken the painful truth several steps backward to an era when the prosecution built a narrative on a belief system that males were not sexually abused. In an interview with Entertainment Tonight on Monday, the series co-creator Ryan Murphy, he said that it was interesting that Erik issued this statement without actually having seen the show. But that a great deal of the show centers around the abuse and what they claim happened to them, and we do it very carefully and we give them their day in court. That's from Ryan Murphy. You play Erik Menéndez. You got a phone call from the night before the series premiered, as we understand. What did he say?
You know, we had a really nice conversation, and I got to basically just tell him that I believe him, and I did everything that I could in my power as an actor to portray him as accurately and as authentically as possible. And to his statement, you know, I understand how he feels, and I get that it's so difficult to, you know, have your life, and not even just your life, but the worst part of your life be televised in a sort of dramatized Hollywood TV version of it. So I just get how difficult that would be, and you know, I stand with him, and I understand, and it must be really hard. We
should also mention that we did reach out to Ryan Murphy as well for our own comment, but we did not hear back. You, this past weekend, as I understand it, you actually visited the correctional facility where Erik and Lyle are serving their time. What can you tell us about that meeting?
I mean, thanks to Kim Kardashian and Scott Budnick, they were going down for this meeting to hear about this green space project that Lyle and Erik are spearheading, basically to help make prisons more of a college campus environment. That's actually how they do it in Norway. And it just helps to establish more rehabilitation. And so yeah, Kim called me and then invited me to go down, and of course I said yes. And basically we went into this gymnasium and sat with 30 or so incarcerated individuals, and they basically all shared their stories. It was very emotional, and they were all so vulnerable and so kind, and I got to meet Erik and Lyle. And
so interesting.
Yeah.
So what about for you, Nicholas? Do you hope to connect with Lyle one day?
You know, it's interesting. You take on these jobs as an actor, and then I think a big part of that job, at least for myself, is letting it go gracefully and then moving on to the next thing.
What is, I mean, for both of you, you weren't even born when this happened. So, Nicholas, when you research something like this, and there's a certain, I guess, responsibility almost in a way to try to be honest about a portrayal, what's the process that you go through?
Sure. Your performance sits at the nexus of a great many things. First and foremost, it is the research that you do, which should be extensive. You feel an obligation to do so, playing a real character, but then you're also assimilating the creative desires of directors as well as showrunners. So it's a complicated and multifaceted process.
Wow. You guys are all fantastic in the series. Whatever your feelings are about the actual series, the acting is phenomenal. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Javier, Cooper, Nicholas, thank you guys so much. Everybody's watching it. Monsters, the Lyle and Erik Menéndez story. It's out on Netflix right now. And for more on the case and the show, you can head to today.com/true crime.
#1 on Netflix right now, by the way.
There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every